Welcome to A Week in Trucks, in association with Daf Trucks. This week, there's talk of new emissions taxes in the air, an operator loses its O licence for its blasé attitude to safety, and also we take a look at what it's like to be a haulier in South Africa. There's been something stale in the air this week, as news of new emissions taxes for hauliers emerged not just in the London area, but across the country. The industry is waiting with bated breath for an announcement from Environment Secretary Andrea Leadsom on new air quality rules. The prediction is that she's going to introduce new rules for diesel vehicles in 35 towns and cities across the UK, many of which will require users to pay daily charges to use their vehicles. Back in London, Mayor Sadiq Khan was true to his word and has bumped up the start date of the city's ultra-low emission zone. From the 8th of April 2019, HGVs in the current congestion charge zone will have to pay £100 a day. A year later, they'll be paying that £100 to move anywhere within the north or south circular roads. We've got more on this and the industry's reaction in this week's issue of Commercial Motor. Transport managers need to remain vigilant when they're nominated for an O licence, according to Traffic Commissioner for the West Midlands, Nick Denton. He spoke after a replacement transport manager admitted he'd had almost no contact with the O licence holder for a year while his application was being reviewed. This meant the firm had been operating without a transport manager in that time, and it ultimately lost its O licence as a direct result. Also in this week's legal section, a Wiltshire haulier was stripped of its O licence for its blasé approach to the safety of its trucks. TC Kevin Rooney revoked P&W Transport's licence after it failed to maintain its vehicles to the required standard and had done nothing to investigate issues flagged up by a PG9. It's widely accepted that operating a haulage business in the UK means wading your way through a lot of red tape, especially when it comes to moving abnormal loads. So imagine running that business in a country where you need a physical, specific permit for any load over 24 tonnes or marginally wider than 2.6 metres. In South Africa, that's exactly what Cornelius Johan Vos, or Vossi, does. His family's business, Vosma Vervoer, specialises in these out-of-gauge loads. In this week's magazine, we meet Vossi and his Amazon parrot, Polly. Yes, the parrot is called Polly. Based in Bracknell, in the east suburbs of South Africa, Vosma Vervoer runs a fleet of 24 Volvos. To find out more about the eventful life of a South African haulier, pick up a copy of this week's Commercial Motor. That was A Week in Trucks. Thanks for watching.